Well, howdy folks, and welcome to the campfire. I'm the cowboy at the campfire that's always crackling and where visitors are always welcome. And as you can see, well, here I am again reading a book. I guess I'm a little bit of a, what's that term they say, a bookworm? And, I think that term got its, because worms can eat pages if you don't, put them in the proper humidity level. And that's why you want to keep your bookshelf inside. I find if I keep my bookshelf, for a while I was keeping my books out by the campfire, and that was fine, but after a couple rainstorms and the humidity and the sun, I got some worms and other animals nesting in my bookshelf, so I've since kept it in, and I understand now that the campfire is for night outside and the bookshelf is for in the day inside. The particular book I'm reading here, and check out my bookmark. I just love a good bookmark, and that's one of the greatest inventions ever, especially when you're reading a book as long as Final Campfire. It's the third book, the last book in the Centennial Campfire Trilogy, and let me tell you folks, this is where the story, it's a fully mature work. I think Legend of Campfire Charlie, the first book, is a little bit of a simple narrative, although you get hints that it's going into a deeper time and space and has a lot more to tell than just the day in life of Ranger at a remote Cypress ancient forest. And then book 2, it's a story of growth, and Ranger Rudi is traversing all across the globe and back in time, and you can really see him kind of starting to come together as a fully embellished person. It's Final Campfire, where all those different storylines kind of come together and collide, and you start to think, how is this going to all wrap up? And then there is just not one ending, it is a cascade of endings that is orchestral is the word that comes to mind, but orchestral in a campfire sense. It's all returning to the campfire and all these storylines just unfolding and connecting. And just when you think, they can't get any deeper or wide range, and there's another storyline introduced, and it may be the very best or my favorite. And I don't want to pick favorites because I like the whole trilogy so much and all the different storylines and how they come together and weave around, but Boulder Ridge ties into the narrative in very kind of multi-sided ways. There's the journals of Colonel Stanley Powell, where he has the place is first introduced, but then it is introduced in the present day, and Ranger Rudi spends some quality time there, some regenerative time there. So Final Campfire, I highly recommend the trilogy, I highly recommend the book, and I highly recommend that you buy the paperback version. Each one of these books, the first green, the second blue, and the third orange, are just impeccably designed. It reminds me of my copy of Treasure Island, where every chapter is named and is a puzzle piece in a larger section, and those sections then connect together, and you have different maps and diagrams throughout. It is just, not to mention the sheer length of these tomes individually and together, you're going to want to have the paperback so you can reference back to another dog-eared, and during my reading I actually sometimes use multiple bookmarks. That's a secret of mine, and I developed that around the campfire. It's kind of an invention. I never go into a book with just one bookmark, and I think that's one of my secrets to success. So, folks, thanks for stopping by. Just another rumination by the cowboy at the campfire that's always crackling, and where visitors are always welcome. Go out there and buy yourself a book, and buy yourself a trilogy. I recommend the Centennial Campfire Trilogy, The Legend of Campfire Charlie, Last Stand at Boulder Ridge, and Final Campfire. and also a couple bookmarks. I recommend if you're going to buy the books, buy the couple bookmarks too.